Peace, love, and light, fam. So, coming live and direct from the crib. This is the True Lioness, Shaki Ali, coming at you with a little short video. And I wanted to just talk about something that I probably haven't addressed in any of my videos thus far, and that is who I am as far as musically. Another very important aspect to who a Shaki Ali is. And so, the True Lioness is a hopeless hip hop romantic. Like nothing in this world just gets me going, touches my spirit, really just puts my mind in a great space, but can also affect the way that I write, because I write poetry and I write, I blog. But nothing, that's the soundtrack of my life. And I was just sitting here thinking about my first introduction to hip hop and how important that was. And it was a pivotal moment for me because, I grew up in the golden age of hip hop. I was born in 81. And it was just getting real, heated started. And throughout my youth and into, my young adulthood and teenage years, just, that's always been a soundtrack. But my very first introduction to hip hop was, it wasn't Sugar Hill Gang, even though that record was played, and yeah, it was one of the early records. But the record that really sticks to me as far as some maybe it wasn't the first rap that I really memorized, but it was one that I just knew and I would spit it so hard, and it was Slick Rick's A Children's Story. And that record, when it would come on, I would go in. And I just remember just growing up listening to Slick Rick and Grandmaster Flash and, LL and Queen Latifah, MC Lyte, Salt and Pepper. Just, I could go on and on and on. Really affected the way that I viewed myself. Because when I was looking at, when they became, started having videos, when I would watch the videos, you saw them adorned with African medallions. You saw them with kente cloth. It was a lot of, we had Fight the Power. We had Stop the Violence. We was putting up our fists. It was a different vibe to the music. It was a different era. And then when we got into the 90s, late 80s and 90s, I was into music, more or less hip-hop that was backpack music. And my all-time favorite group ever, it still is my favorite group, even though I love many, many other groups like Wu-Tang and different ones, is A Tribe Called Quest. Phife and Q-Tip, they, when I think about Tribe, all I can do is smile. It hurt my heart when Phife passed away, and I wrote a tribute to him on my blog. But that music, from a Low End Theory all the way to their last records, even their greatest hits and all this, compilation records, I still listen to them typically on a daily basis. But Brand Nubian, I was into that type of hip hop, more consciously driven hip hop, Poor Righteous Teachers, Leaders of the New School. I was into that kind of hip hop. Then when I started getting to a little later in my life, I started listening to more rough hip hop like Mobb Deep and Capone Noriega. But I just wanted to kind of I'm gonna do another video on hip hop and rap from that perspective. But I was always the girl that knew every rap that came on. In Charlotte, they have events for people they call musically deprived, and I used to always go. And I be going with the best of them. Any record they throw on, they can throw on some MOP, they can put on that CNN, they can put on just about anything, and I'm rocking with it. But that's me. Hip hop it reminds me of summertime riding your bike, eating snow cones. You know what I mean? It's a warm feeling. But this has been a Shaki Ali, the True Lioness. I didn't want to hold you too long, but just want to give you another viewpoint of who I am. And if you feel the way I feel about it, you got a comment, just don't feel free. Leave me a little something, and I'll respond back. So until the next time, peace, love, and light.